everyone doing tonight? I know you're enjoying your half-price appetizers tonight. So my name is Jerry Farr. I'm going to let you know this. There's good news and bad news for tonight. The good news is this is still a fundraiser show. We're still raising money for the IWK Children's Hospital. I think we're coming near the $20 mark right now already. The bad news is this is the last show we have tonight over at Lower Deck Clayton Park. Lack of attendance, as you can obviously tell right here. This place is emptier than a bottle of Jack Daniels at my place right now. I don't want to say that I am a booze hound, but Alexander Keats has been my lover for the past 15 years. In a completely unrelated note, I'm turning 31 this coming November. My name is Jerry Farr. I'm better known by my rap name, Well I Ain't, aka 15 Cent. And I know what you're thinking. What else? Yes, this is what RuPaul looks like out of drag. The couple over there gets that one. So my job tonight is to be your friend, your buddy, your confidant, your pilot on this, I should say, plane crash or train wreck of our last comedy show here. So I know a lot of you aren't listening here, so I'm still going to try to interact with you and be your buddy. Is there anyone here who's from out of town? Like outside of HRM? Out of province? No one? Is there anyone here who's celebrating anything? Birthday, anniversary? What?
Single life.
Single life? I've been How long have you been single for?
I've been for 18 years and it's been 10 days.
10 days single? How many days? 10 days and her?
Count 2 hands.
Well, maybe
6 months?
6 weeks.
Oh, 6 weeks. I've been single for 10 years.
Well, then come over to the dinner party.
All right. You know what? Yes, we should talk after. Yes, I've been single for a long time. I can't date anymore. You should have seen my last ex. I mean, she was ugly. How? Let's try this one more time. Let me try this one more time. You should have seen my ex. She was so ugly.
How ugly is that bitch?
Well, the same as you.
Hey, she was so ugly, she got into a beauty contest with Two-Face and won 2nd place. You should have seen how big her ass was. Her ass was so big.
How big's that ass?
When she walks in the snow, she covers her tracks.
I don't get it. I'm a little drunk though.
You'll get that in a second. It's like a joke grenade. You got to pull the pin, wait a few seconds there. I can't date anymore. I've had it. I'm done. The last girl I went out with, she left me for a Halifax Rain Man. Cheerleader. I'm not mad that she left me for a woman. I'm mad she won't let me watch. It's like back in the 30s, right before World War II, you know, before your lover goes off to war. You know, give her a little something to remember you by. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if you're what color or what creed you are, whether you're black, white, purple, green, blue, plaid. Plaid is Scottish, by the way, which might be leaving the UK. You can be, I don't care. No, I like to celebrate everyone's differences. You know, if you're straight, be straight. You know, if you like both sexes, you know, like both meat and vegetables at the same time. If you're a guy that likes guys, be a guy that likes guys. If you're a woman that likes women, put that shit on the internet. Somebody backs me up. By the way, this guy right here with the beard, that handsome looking guy who's bartending, his name is Chris. He's going to be serving your drinks. Make sure you give him a tip. Also, make sure there's a jar right there in the center table. If you have, as I mentioned before, if you have any type of spare change, please feel free, you know, drop it in. We're going to be donating that money to the IWK Children's Hospital this month. I'm trying to think what else I could talk about here tonight, besides my wretched thing called a love life. Yeah, I tried dating. I can't do it. I went out with this one girl. I took her to a country music bar. She left with a mechanical bull. Yes, that is pathetic by me. I actually tried dating again, and the last few dates we had pretty much ended up the same. In the end, you know, well, at the beginning I was out of breath, and it ended the same. It ended just like her going this, like this. Oh, that bitch was always full of hot air. Anyway, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shut up and bring up your comics tonight. So there's very few rules that we have and for this show. We just ask, if you follow them, we're all going to have a good time. Number one, if you have anything that beeps or rings, like a pager, PDA, I am living so far in the 90s. Cell phones, whatever, we just ask you take this time, please put it on silent or vibrate, so not to disturb the people. Number two, if you have anything that, or if you can have a conversation, I don't care, just try to keep it down to a minimum as much as possible. If it does escalate, we ask you take it to the other end or outside. And number three, as I mentioned before, anyone who serves you food or drink, please make sure you give them a little tip. Let's give it up for your wait staff tonight. And let's also give it up for your first comic tonight. This guy just started stand-up comedy recently. Obviously you can tell. Let's give it up. His name is Craig Madden.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Excellent. Hello, my name is Craig Madden, and I find it unprofessional that comedians bring their script on stage, or they try to hide it. Yes, like I was saying to you guys, though, right? Wow, what a great crowd. It's great to be here in Montreal. Oh, sorry, wrong strip. My bad. It's great to be here in Halifax. So, I work at a gym a lot though, right? To stay healthy. Well, I guess that's pretty obvious. In fact, I work out with a personal trainer to ensure I work out properly. In fact, we have many goals to accomplish. In fact, we hope to get me in the best shape of my lifetime. He says right around the end of it. Now tell me, is that a good personal trainer or what? So every time I work out though, right, I get fatigued and see stars. To be technical, right, I see comets and meteors. I'll just wait till my next workout though, right, and I expect to see it end as a dinosaur era. You know, my friend John works out though, right, and he sees the Kennedy assassination. Kennedy assassination? What type of protein bars he's eating? So you know that surfing is cool but dangerous. I mean, it is great going in the waves and cool soaking up the sun, but I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, think about it. There are killer sharks out there that try to chew your arm off and your leg and your body. And compared to that, hockey sounds mild. In fact, it sounds like a piece of cake. I mean, Wayne Gretzky might mind wine once in a while, but at least he doesn't chew your arm off and have the remaining for breakfast. So, why do they say four in golf? How about saying, watch out for that? Oh. Oh. Golf ball. If they say four, wouldn't they say five after that? And what happens if someone forgot their golf clothes? Would that be a 7? If that's the case, then why is 1, 2, or 3 not in his picture? Do I go to the hospital and say, hello, I got a 4? Or do I say that when I see a UFO? Anything usual? Nope, nothing yet. Oh wait, now he says something. 4. So when competing in sports, though, right? You ever wonder if someone forgets to use the bathroom, though, right? And the next thing, something's going to happen out there? Meaning, once the sport starts, the rules are no Johnnies. For good. This is why we wear hockey cups. In fact, we should change hockey cups into diapers. I mean, let's be honest here, folks. What do you think they're doing in the penalty box? One of my ways I stay in shape, though, right, is not eat fast food burgers. So it's been a while, though, right? So in a way, I've been cheeseburger sober for a few years. Please, no applause. Another thing I have to do is eat and drink fiber. That is right, folks. Fiber. Now, all you gotta do is find a fast food fiber burger restaurant. In fact, all I want to do is see one of the X-Men. I've been trying to be them since I was a child. Speaking of X-Men, though, right now, why do they call themselves X-Men? Do they hold the record for most divorces? Or are they X-Men? You know, they were formerly men. It's like they had a sex change and were smart enough to change their names to confuse the public. Names like the Wolverine, Cyclops, and Storm are more masculine than, I don't know, Toronto Maple Leafs, New England Patriots, Chris Brown? Well, I mean, Chris Brown's okay in my books, though, right? But you know what I like? I like rock and roll, especially when it comes to heavy metal. I just read that Ozzy Osbourne, who calls himself the Prince of Darkness, has done many crazy things, such as chew bats' heads off, doesn't like the term heavy metal, and you know what his real name is? John Michael Osborne. Ooh, scary name, isn't it? Wonder what's he gonna do there, bite my head off? Well, before I go here, folks, I want to share a little story. Way back then, though, right, people read news from newspapers. Nowadays, they read news from computers. This is why when way back then, though, right, when owners will hit their dogs with newspapers. Cruel, right? Nowadays, they are forced to hit them with iPhones. Not only is it embarrassing for the dog and the owner, but the dog is forced to listen to some dry download music from iTunes. Stop it, Rover. Stop it. Stop it. I'm Craig Madden. Thank you very much, guys.
Craig Madden, everyone. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be our last show here, and now it's going to be our last show. I'm thinking about getting into doing movies and TV. I actually have a few ideas I want to run by you guys. Damn it. Okay, I want to run these ideas by you guys for a new TV show, more of a reality game show. It has damn, what's her name? Paula Dees, Donald Sterling, and John Rocker, former Major League pitcher, all competing against each other to head to different parts of the globe to checkpoints to win valuable cash and prizes. I call this show The Amazing Racist. Or better yet, a new movie. This has, I don't know who's going to be cast as it, but it's about Count Dracula, who's down on his luck. He's flat broke, so he gets 2 new jobs. He becomes a part-time boxer and a part-time porn star. I call this one Going Down for the Count. And of course, the end of, where are you two going? Hey, where are you two going? I'm just getting warmed up here. Hey, I know you two can hear me. I have a microphone. This is a TV. I can see you and hear you. My fuck, we just hit rock bottom now. Now I know how Rob Ford feels. Yes, I'm ripping. You know what? Stop ripping Rob Ford, everyone. I gotta tell everyone to stop ripping Rob Ford. He is not a crackhead. He's still fat, has his hair, and all of his teeth. Come on. And where in Toronto are you gonna find fat crackheads if you don't go to a Maple Leafs game? What, we got a Leaf fan in here? Canadians. Detroit.
Penguins.
Okay, thank you. Because I've been a Penguins fan long before Crosby. Am I anywhere close, geography-wise? Are you a hockey fan at all? The Kings. The Bruins. Those fucking Bruins. Damn.
I don't like
Those
the Bruins either.
I've hated them for a while. How you guys doing? You are our only audience right now. Well, other than Squeak. But you are our only audience right now. Thank you very much for... Did you come for the comedy? People that come for the comedy.
Woo!
People that came for it other than Squeak.
Yes.
My gosh. We got 2 more endangered species up here. So yeah, I don't know if you know, but this is a fundraiser show for IWK. There's a jar in the back. Well, right behind... You see that guy with the camera there? That's Tanner. Everyone say hi, Tanner. Tanner's going to be recording for the comics. If the comics want to get I guess a demo tape or whatever, you know, talk to him. And there's a jar behind him. We're taking whatever loose change you have. We're donating all the money to the IWK Children's Hospital tonight. Well, tomorrow I'm going to be... I don't know what I'm going to donate the money to because I'm working tomorrow. Basically, the whole thing is we're donating the money, bottom line. So, huh?
Get Jerry a hooker fund?
Get me okay, we've only collected $20. I mean, where am I going to get a hooker from? Spryfield? You can't get a hooker in Spryfield without correct change.
It's the best thing you've seen in 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, you should know. I mean, I heard you giving it away for 15. Oh my gosh. This is Squeak. She's going to be ripping me every moment that she can find. AKA my future ex-wife. Okay. So I'm going to bring up our next comedian here. He runs an open mic of his own. Really funny guy. He's sitting there in the green shirt.
Woo!
Ready, Paul? All right.
Look at this.
Yay.
He wrote it on this napkin, and I don't want to know what he's going to do with it afterwards. Let's give it up for Paul Parrington.
Take this out of here. Thanks, Jerry. Can everybody put your hands together one more time for Mr. Jerry Farr? Last night, Jerry. Oh my God, it stinks. Such a great venue. I hope maybe in the future you guys will consider to open it up again. I got some callbacks I want to run through here pretty quickly. I went to a hockey game once. Anybody else here ever been to a hockey game? You guys like hockey? I went to see the Canadiens.
Go ahead.
Play Pittsburgh at the new one in Montreal, not the Forum. I missed out on the Forum. They got a new one, and my friend got the tickets. We were there on like a study break, and we sat in the last row. Ended up, I think I watched the whole game like this, between my legs. It was so high up, it was crazy. I couldn't believe there's no railings. The whole time I was just afraid that I was gonna like fall straight down in. I think there's a way better view just watching it on TV. The rink itself was like this big. It was not worth going in there. Oh my God, so true. See here, Alicia and her friend left. They were the 2 women who were sitting in the back, and I went to school, through school with Alicia, and her friend was talking about her boyfriend who she broke up with, and I was going to do a whole story about him because he was the guy who, in like primary school, he had metal teeth. Like all of his teeth were just capped with like platinum. Kind of like he was like on the forefront of like getting a grill done, but he had them all done. He was like the originator of the grill. But what happened was apparently he got hit in the face with a softball or something. So I just thought it was awesome. Every day I see him, I was like, show me your teeth, show me your teeth. And he'd be like, no, man, it's not cool. I get hit in the mouth with a fastball or something like this. And oh my God, so she's gone, so I can't riff off of that anymore. Alicia's gone too. Kind of stinks. She went to school with my sister. Oh my God. All right. I thought I would talk about bathroom sex here for 5 minutes. Anybody here like bathroom sex? No? Got a head shake over here. We got a hand over there. That's fantastic.
5 minutes, really?
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna do 5 minutes on bathroom sex. I'm not into it myself, and people are like, "Come on, go, go, go!" And like encouragement, and like, "No, no, she's in there." And so, I'm like, I can't do it. And I'm just trying to I spend a lot of time wondering what the psychological block is, why I don't go in there, what the thing is going on, and I've tracked it down to an event that happened when I was in junior high. I was at the Oxford Theatre with my friends, and we went to see some movie. I don't remember what it was. But afterwards, we went over to the McDonald's on Quimple Road, and we went into the bathrooms to wash our hands. And as we were turning on the taps, we could hear from behind us one of the stalls unlock and slowly open, and we both turned. And all we heard was a woman screaming rape, pretty much. She didn't say rape, but she just started screaming at the top of her lungs, "Ah, ah, ah, there's men in here!" And also slammed the door, click, 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 click. And we just look at each other. We have no idea what's going on. And I just say to her, "You're in the men's bathroom." And she was just like, "Oh." And she politely unlocked the door, went out. And when we came back out, she was just politely sitting there with her husband and 2 friends, eating their fries, shoving them down. I was still in shock. I was like, "What just happened?" I just had my ear blown off by this woman who thought we were going to rape her. So here's a few points. Number 1. Be rape worthy if you're going to be in a bathroom and scream rape at 2 guys washing their hands at the sink. Number 2, when you come back out, maybe apologize. Maybe "Sorry guys, I thought I was going to be raped by 2 junior high kids. I don't know. Anyways, my husband, French fries. Enjoy your meal. Hope the movie was good." I don't know. So bathroom sex, that's something I'm working on at 35. I'm trying to work myself up to that. I know it's pretty popular. Squeak's here tonight. Squeak once mentioned to me that the Oxford Theatre is good for blowjobs in the bathroom or something. Is that true? Yeah. So if anybody...
Row.
The back row, sorry, excuse me. Is that up on the balcony or... Oh, okay, oh my god. I went there to see Dark Oz one time. Do you guys know Dark Oz? This is where they take The Wizard of Oz, the original black and white that becomes color version, and they play Pink Floyd, The Wall over it. And if you watch it, it's really trippy how it all lines up. There's the ticking of the clock and the bongs of things and the monkeys to start moving, and it's all queued up, and it's so strange. So I went there to see it. I saw Jerry there actually. I didn't know him very well, but it's hi. He was there with a hot date. Didn't want to say anything to me.
Wasn't me.
I was not there with a date. I was there with an empty chair. And halfway through the movie, a girl got up and she was going to the bathroom or whatever, and she goes to me "Nice date," and I'm just sitting there at the movie by myself. Jerry says nothing to me. Sitting there with my lone chair. Anyway, how about this? Did anybody's neighbor have a Tandy or an IBM 386 when you were growing up? These are originators of computer game computers. Somebody recently, I used to love Sierra games, and these were video games that were programmed by a woman named Roberta Black or something like that. She made King's Quest games and Police Quest games. All these games were pretending to have a job pretty much and looking for things, and they're great. But there's a resurgence in it, and somebody recently made a game called Comedy Quest. And another comedian sent it to me, so I quickly downloaded it because I wanted to play it, and it's so good. It's so true. Oh my god. It's kind of it's like a who, what, where type of game where you have to type in oh, pick up this, pick up that, touch that, look at this, look at that. And there's a whole part where in order to get into a comedy club to get up and perform, you have to go in the back alley by the dumpster of the bar, and you have to find a beard, and you take the beard back in, and you put the beard on. And then you go up, and they're like, "Okay, you can go up on stage now because you have the comedy beard." It's kind of a big phenomenon in the comedy world. I think Steven over there has got a comedy beard, I would say, if we would all look Steven's direction. Steven, look this way. No, he's not paying attention. That might not be Steven, I don't know him. Okay, this Oxford, we got Squeak in there. What does this say? Coronation Street, Fornication Street. All right, I wrote a whole bit about... my MSI card recently expired. Well, it expires in November, so I got the renewal. And I'm convinced that the only reason it expires is so they can take another crack at getting you to donate your organs or tissues or things. There's no reason for your health card to expire, other than they're gonna want to be come on, we know you're pretty nice, but we got some people on the list who, you're kind of funny. You're stage funny, but we know this guy who's really funny. He's real life funny, and he needs a new liver. So, you know, if you could just tick off that liver portion, we get that guy going, and then, you know, just look the other way on you. So the reason this whole bit came about is because I was looking in the obituaries, and it was one of those kind of obituaries where she hadn't really done that much in her life, but they wanted to be really good about like how she lived it. And the last line was something like, even in death, she gave the gift of hope and happiness, as she was a full organ donor, and her tissues and donors have gone on to help like 5 people. And I was just thinking, like, this young woman looked, you know, had an education and so on and so on. I was just like, she wasn't, was she murdered, man? Like, she didn't die. She was harvested. I mean, the only person who knows you're an organ donor is the DMV. And see, she was in a car accident, I guess. Car accident, DMV, organs, you know, get her organs. I don't know. Still working on it. So anyway, I do not want to have any of my organs donated. So what I do is, I rip off the whole like 3rd section of the sheet. I don't even leave it blank because I don't want to become like somebody's like new joke, like, oh, let's make this guy an organ donor with eyes, this, that. So anyway, that's my whole organ donor bit. Don't want to be one.
Boo.
You shouldn't do it. People,
Boo.
they will come to collect. Thank you, Squeak. That's very appropriate. Oh my God. My name is Paul Partington. I run a show down at Freeman's. Come down and check it out if you would like to. Here comes Jerry. Thanks for all listening.
Paul Partington, everyone.
You guys that we're not married because of some macho bullshit, like I put my foot down and I laid down the law or whatever. You fucking look at me. I'm not putting my foot down on much. Maybe if a beer tries to roll away, that's about it. I don't have a lot of power in this relationship, believe me. The fact of the matter is, if she changed her mind and she decided she wanted to get married, I would run out tomorrow and get her a ring, because she is so far out of my league physically. It's not even fun anymore. It's giving me a bit of a complex. It's not enjoyable. When people used to see us when we first started dating, when they'd see us walk down the street when we first started dating, they'd be like, that makes sense, the world is right, that's all good, striking couple, good looking people, all right, that's cool. Now, 14 years later, they see us walk down the street, they don't even think rational thoughts anymore. Like, they're not even thinking things that make any sense. My girlfriend and I, we were walking down the street a couple of weeks ago in Halifax. We walked by 2 guys, and as we passed them, I heard one of them say, oh, did he fucking win her in a poker game? In a poker game. So just so we're on the same page, everybody, there's a person on this planet that thinks the only way I can find happiness is through human trafficking. That's where I'm at, apparently, on his level. As far as kids, again, it's no secret. We just agree. We don't want children, and that's not a big deal to us. And it's not a big deal to a lot of people, but there are some people out there that just don't understand it. They don't understand how you can be in a long-term relationship, be relatively healthy, and just not want children. And it happened not that long ago. We were sitting and we were in a group, and we were kind of all just shooting the shit, just talking. And one person was there that I had no idea who she was. She was like a friend of a friend, something like that. And we were sitting around and we were talking, and the idea of kids came up. And all my friends know my situation, so they poked fun at it. It's fine. And anyway, I could see this one girl sitting there, and she didn't really know how to process it. She didn't really know, you could tell she really didn't understand. She had kind of that look on her face where either she was thinking really hard or about to take a shit. And either way, I wasn't going to interrupt her. She's fine. So she sits silently, completely silent. We move on to the next topic. We're about halfway through, and she stops, and she looks at me, and she says, oh, I get it. You must hate children. Well, fucking pleased to meet you. First words you've ever said to me, you're already accusing me of hating children. This is going to be a wonderful friendship.
So I had to stop her. I was like, all right, let's slow things down there, Columbo. Let's put this puzzle together. I don't hate children. Children are wonderful little balls of innocence. They're fantastic. They make me smile. I wish them nothing but love. I just don't want them. That's all it is, right? And I don't hate children. It's just anytime I'm around children, I have a very similar thought. I think to myself, well, this could be a bit more fun if these fucking kids weren't here. That's all. That's not mean. That's not mean. That's just being honest. That's all it is. And it's good. It's good to be honest. It's good to be honest. When my girlfriend and I, when we first started dating, we used to make fun of pregnant people. Not like in a mean way or any shit like that, but we used to make fun of them because every time somebody gets pregnant, they always say the same thing. Always say the same thing. They always say, oh, we don't care if it's a boy or a girl, as long as it's healthy. You know? And that's adorable. But that's a lie. It is. When my girlfriend and I, when we had our first pregnancy scare, we decided we were going to be a little bit more honest with one another. For example, she wanted a girl, and I moved. She found me. She found me. It's not a big deal. We're still together. Parents are weird. Parents are very weird, and not older parents. They know what's going on. They've done their shit. They don't care. Parents my age, new parents, really weird, really weird. When they get kids, they change. I know you got to change, but they change things that are strange, like their vocabulary. Like one of the words that new parents absolutely love is the word genius. Oh, they love it. He's a genius. She's a genius. Well, they're fucking not. They're fucking dumb as shit. They're not geniuses. I got a friend of mine. He's got a little girl. She's about 3 years old, and they came over to my house. And the first thing, as soon as they came through the door, the first thing my buddy said was, "Tell Steven about your favorite dinosaur." And she did. And it was awesome. She knew the name of the dinosaur. She knew like 2 things about the dinosaur. It was cute as hell. It was awesome, you know? But then the dad ruins everything because he's like, yeah, she's a genius. She's a genius. I'm like, really? Really? Nothing against this adorable little girl. But I'm an adult with a computer. You give me 10 minutes, I'm going to jerk off, and hell, I might tell you about 2 dinosaurs. I'm a fucking double genius, all right? I'm like blackjack with my genius. I double down every time, so get used to it. So, if you really want to know how foolish and how dumb some people, but especially kids, can be, look at some of the things we do with them. Look at some of the games we play with them. You know what I mean? Like, look at some of the games. What are some of the games we play with them? Like, oh, got your nose. Hey? Oh, I got your nose. Idiots. They're idiots. Not only do they think that their nose has been ripped off their face, somehow it has grown a thumbnail. I don't understand that. It should be pretty obvious. It's not. Every time I see this being played, I think to myself, well, that's less like a game and more like a test for Down syndrome. Fuck, I love that joke and it always kills the crowd. All right. Fuck. All right, fine. Can't end on that. Can't end on that, not on this barn burner of a fucking show. I gotta bring it the fuck home. Get ready. Standing O. Applause break. I'm gonna have a drink. All right. I will, yeah. Sweet. Even that clap is so fucking mocking and condescending. It's awesome. It's like, clap, clap, clap. I love it. I have a buddy of mine, another buddy, believe it or not. I have a buddy who has a little boy, and he's about 10 months old. He's kind of at the age where he's kind of just figuring out that he has legs and that his knees bend and that he just wants to jump all the time, but you still got to support him, but he just wants to jump. That's all he wants to do. So I go over to visit one day, and I walk in, and my buddy's sitting on the couch, right? He's sitting on the couch. He's got his son facing him, standing on his thighs. He's got his hands just under his armpits, and the kid's jumping up and down on my buddy's thighs while he's sitting on the couch, right? By the way, he's butt naked. The kid, not my buddy. Don't be weird. So we're sitting down, we're having a conversation, and the kid kind of is just murmuring along. He's not really saying anything. He's 10 months old. And then he spurts something out of his mouth, and it kind of sounds like it was a word. It wasn't. And of course, my buddy goes berserk. He's like, oh, 10 months old, he's a genius. Oh, he's a genius. Before I could say anything, before I could launch myself into some sort of a rebuttal, the most wonderful thing happened. Because at that moment, this beautiful bouncing baby boy started to piss all over his father. And like I'm talking a lot. Like I don't know if I looked away for a second and he downed like 3 beers or some shit, because there was a lot of urine. I did not know that his whole leg must have been full of urine. I don't know how that came about. Not to mention, he's still jumping while he's doing it. So he's still jumping while he's pissing on another human being. And he's laughing his ass off while he's doing it. And I thought to myself 2 things. One, this kid has the confidence of a fucking psychopath, first of all. Second of all, I'm thinking, what if we tried to do that? What if we tried to just walk into work, climb up on a desk, drop your pants, piss all over somebody, and just laugh hysterically in their face? And the fucked up thing is, this kid was getting away with it. And I thought to myself, holy shit, this kid is a genius. All right, that's my closer, brought the house down. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! All right, thanks, buddy.
Stephen Kinch, everyone.
Would have gone more like this. Give a shit. I don't give a shit and don't care for you. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you care for me. There's a time that we need to care. It's not right now, so go suck it. Fuck off. Thank you. Some of you know the song Wonderwall by Oasis. What you don't know is that's actually the censored version. Their girlfriends heard the original song, they were not too happy. They made them change it because originally Wonderwall was this version. Today was gonna be the day that you wouldn't overeat no more. If you had dieted by now, you'd be smaller than you were before. I don't believe that anybody eats as much as you have eaten now. What day was gonna be the day that you would start to exercise? If you had started then by now, then you would have been half your size. I don't believe that anybody weighs as much as you are weighing now. And all the things you like to eat are fattening. And all the
things you're sitting on, you're flattening. There are many pounds that I would like to see you lose, but I don't know how. 'Cause baby, you've gotten big and fat and lazy. You've eaten a ton of chips with gravy. You're bigger than the Royal Navy. And after all, you're a butterball. Thank you, thank you. As this is a Canadian show, Afro-American magic gender. Afro-American magic gender. Afro-American magic gender has got me visually impaired, I can't see. Afro-American magic gender is trying to make a symbol of religious evil out of me. You haven't seen anything yet. But baby, you just haven't seen anything yet. Don't make fun of someone's speech impediment. Ever since I was an adolescent, I played that silver ball. From Soho down to Brighton, I must have played them all. And I ain't seen nothing like him in any amusement hall. That learning impaired, hearing impaired, visually impaired child should just play paintball. Cool. Thing is, thank you. Thanks guys. The thing is that if they make that kind of stuff politically correct, that means you go to a bar and you want to, have a drinking song to sing along to. You got to learn the new words because they're going to make those politically correct. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Get him to the rehab program, put him in the rehab program, get him in the rehab program early in the morning. Way, hey, it's a sickness, way, hey, it's an illness, way, hey, it's a sickness early in the morning. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was very entertaining, thank you. I mentioned earlier that Canadian content is mandated by law. So I'm not sure what it is, 65%, 75%, something like that. The thing is that I wondered what would happen if it was 100%, and all the songs had to be 100% Canadian. So Frank Sinatra would have started singing songs like, "Start spreading the news, I'm leaving today. I've got to find out if it's in St. John or St. John's." I got a chuckle, I like that. Well, I heard Mr. Young sing about her. Well, I heard old Neil put her down. Well, I hope Neil Young will remember the oil sands don't need him around anyhow. Sweet home Alberta, where the oil's always crude. Sweet home Alberta, I'm looking for work in you. A little ditty about Jacques and Diane, two Canadian kids growing up in Quebec land. Jacques is gonna be a hockey star. Diane wants to separate, she's part Quebecois. Thank you very much. A little personal stuff here right now. I originally moved to Truro when I moved to. I'm originally from Toronto, and I moved to Truro, Nova Scotia, in 2007, and moved out in 2008.
Mostly because like when I first moved here, I moved here to be with a woman that I met online that I knew from when I was in high school in Ontario. And she wanted me to move out here to be with her. And so we were living together. And she had a daughter that was going to IWK because she had a tumor. And they were giving her treatment for it, and the tumor had shrunk to the point where it didn't need to be operated on. It was disappearing. So hooray for IWK. Thanks very much, guys. Unfortunately, though, you know, the relationship didn't work out really well. 3 months after I moved in with her, she said, "You know what? It's not working out. I'm sorry. But you can still stay here and pay rent if you like." So, great. No thanks. So I wrote a song about the relationship so I'd feel better about it. So I hope you don't mind. This is a heartfelt song about what it was like to be in that relationship. To be out here with you because you said you loved me and I said I loved you too. Before that, if we broke up, we could still be friends and be there, support each other until the world would end. Well, you lied, you fucking sack of shit. You lied, you never meant a word of it. Broke my heart and stomped on it. Did it bother you? Not one fucking bit, you lied! Now there's two sides to every story. I guess I should share some blame. But why my life it was destroyed? Well, yours just stayed the same. Now you're happily married. You want to have me around for tea. It's my turn to say to you now, darling, it's not you, it's me. 'Cause I lied, I don't want to be your friend. I lied, though I tried hard to pretend. I know I said that I wished you well, but deep down I wished you were rotten. How can you lie? Call me, I love you still. It's okay, it's just how I get my anger out. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, Elton John, I didn't mean it. I called her that because when she came in, she has these really cool glasses. It's really cool. It's very nice, it's very Elton Johnish, isn't it? It's very lovely. One of the things about music that I can't stand is that you have a song that you really like, and they play it on the TV and the commercial, and it ruins your childhood. Something that you really liked. The worst for me was I was watching a commercial and I heard Booker T and the MGs playing a song called Green Onions. And I thought, oh, excellent. Until I found out it was a commercial for Depends Undergarments. Nothing worse than having one of your favorite songs advertise adult diapers. That's really sucks. And Green Onions, that's not a song you want to hear when you're talking about adult diapers, is it? Realistically? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know, okay. There's some songs that the artists say they have enough money, they don't need to make them into commercials, but you know eventually they'll give in. So these are some songs that are going to be made into commercials just to prepare you for it. There is no paper that's more pleasing. It's super strong and oh so absorbent. Cottonelle is #1 for cleaning my bum. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's charging it all to her visa. At Christmas time, I wanna give, so I buy a box of pot of gold, the perfect present Anyway, for my last song of the night, or songs of the night, one of the things that's been said about us comedians is that we wish we were rock stars, and that rock stars wish they could be comedians. And I always wondered what it would be like if people from other TV shows and characters from movies and that would be rock stars, and I think it would probably go like this.
I go to Moe's after I finish work, 'cause no one there ever calls me a jerk. They call me Homer, H-O-M-R, Homer. Ho 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 Homer, Homer, ho 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 Homer.
This thing called love, I just can't handle. It's too much. Love. It's a lot. You know. Wow. Okay. Half of you get the joke, half you're going, that doesn't even sound like it.
Hello, doctors, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again and listen to the sounds of silence. Affleck.
If I had $100 billion, nee nee nee. Long way to go for such a short joke, Carrie, I know. You're not the only one with fucking glasses tonight, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God.
Nice to be here tonight doing stuff for charity for the IWK. I like doing stuff for charity, it's part of my community services. I like to do charity. Every year in November, I grow a mustache for November. I think that's pretty fucking sweet. I got a question though, it's not fair though. Doesn't make sense to me. When ladies want to promote breast cancer research, they wear a pink ribbon on their boobs. As a guy, I want to promote prostate cancer research. I'm going to wear a mustache on my face for a cancer that affects me in the arsehole. That's fucking bullshit right there. I was all excited though, I went to Rick, he said, Ricky, check it out. Growing a mustache for November. He said, fuck them figure skaters. I said, prostate, not pro skate, you fucking retard. Anyway, this is a song that I wrote. It's about what I got up to. I hope you like it. If you don't, you know where the fucking door is. I don't, because I can't see a fucking thing with these glasses on. Rode northbound on a train, surrounded by prison guards, being sent to jail because I got caught. You can blame it on Randy, you can blame it on Leahy, you can blame it on me. We were surrounded by the cops, and now I'm lying in jail, just like Ricky and Julian did. Oh, I'm lying in jail, just like Ricky and Julian did. And if you want to find me, I'll be out in the prison yard, wishing to hell that I was back at home, playing my guitar and drinking beer and smoking dope, and singing liquor and whores, lying in jail, just like Ricky and Julian did. Oh, I'm lying in jail, just like Ricky and Julian did. I had a dream that I had 300 kitties, and though I was very happy, there were so many that I couldn't see the ground. There were so many kitties that I couldn't see the ground. There were so many kitties and I couldn't see the ground. There were so many kitties and I'm lying in jail, just like Ricky and Julian did. Oh, I'm lying in jail, just like Ricky and Julian did. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a a round of applause. You've been a great audience. A mighty but small crowd. Thank you so much. To finish off, my very last song of the night, I will call it, this is something that, as comedians, Jerry will tell you, Paul and Craig will tell you, we have to travel a lot to do shows sometimes. And sometimes you can travel somewhere to do a show and it doesn't turn out the way you're expecting it to. Like tonight, you know, 3 people, but you were still a mighty crowd. You had really cool glasses. It's a good night. We did shows, I did a show once, it was a 4-hour drive to get to Minto, New Brunswick. And a 4-hour drive to get back. And on the way there, we were expecting a real fun show. The guy who was telling us that he promoted the show, he said, oh my God, he said, I sold like 50, 60 tickets. The place is going to be packed full of people. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. And we got there and there was 12. And out of the 12 people, 11 of them just wanted to look at their cell phones the entire time. We were just like, wow, how disappointing is that? And you got to make lemonade out of lemons. You got to feel good about stuff. So I decided to write a song to make myself feel better about it. I call it the Shit Show song. And this isn't a shit show. So you guys, thank you very much for coming out and thanks for staying. This is called the Shit Show song. I left the glasses on. If you know the guys who sing the song, you'll know why. Enjoy. When I drove out, I was told that there would be 50 people there, or maybe there'd be more. When I got there, I could see there was only 12 and there would be no more. When I told them how long that trip had been for me, I was hoping maybe they'd throw me a bone. When I looked out, I could see everybody was just staring at their phone. But I had drove 4 hours there and I'd drive home 4 hours more just to be the man who drove 8 hours, 'cause I'm a comedy whore. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na na, not gonna do that fucking show again. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na na, not gonna do that fucking show again. I'm Kerry Lee. That's been my time. Thank you, everybody. Hey, Rock.
Kerry Lee, everyone. So, that's it. That's the show. That's it for Laughs of the Lower Deck. How do we do? This jar contains $67. Yeah, I was honestly hoping, like, we got a couple 20s in here, but I was hoping it was successful as our first charity show. You know, if anyone wants to donate a little more into this here, I'm actually, first thing in the morning, I'm going to bring this over to the IWK. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's the commitment factor. I was hoping that we would get more comics here, especially more people in the crowd. But
thank you to the people that can.
Yeah, thank you. You know, you make the attempt here. As Kerry said, you got to make lemons with lemonade here. Thank you very much for showing up. Thanks to everyone who's ever stayed for the show or performed for the show. Thank you very much for your time. And that's it. I have a website. It's actually that guy's got my card there, mrjerryfarr.ca. I'm still going to be doing shows around Halifax. We all are. If you want to check us out, you know, a majority of us are on Facebook. Squeak. Anyway, I'm just ripping you. You know I love you, right? You know what? Come up here. Come up here.